Ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Let's take a look at things. Current blood sugar is at 10.5. We went up after dinner, and now we're just hanging about, seeing what's happened. I have 2.625 units of insulin. Of course, this we don't really need to worry about anymore, but that's just telling us it's fully calibrated. These little knives and forks, I don't know if you can really see them. They tell us that that's a dinner. That's when I bolus, and we know we need to bolus. Now, let's take a look at time and range. If you know, the last couple of days I've been below, or very close, if not below 70. Current is at 91%. Awesome. We got rid of the low blood sugars, and the average blood sugar high part is down to 9%. So all in all, pretty good. Average is 7.7. It's within normal diabetic regions. Awesome numbers here. Big win. Today, I want to continue our discussion about what happens when things go wrong. Well, we'll take a look. So stay tuned, sit back, get a coffee, tea, whatever you like, and we'll have a little discussion. Stay tuned. Okay, in our last video, we discussed highs. Like, if your wire gets pulled out of your pump, that's an issue. If your Omnipod pod falls off, that's an issue. And you've got to come up with answers pretty quick. So, the pump is great to help with that. Now, we've talked about highs. Now, one thing your pump does for highs, it will keep giving you insulin in order to combat those highs. It'll also, if you're going low, it will stop giving insulin for 2 hours so that your body has a chance to kind of go, hey, what's up? Maybe we should start working on our blood sugars, getting them back to normal so this individual can go on and live. That's a big step. That's a big change. That is what this pump does. Now, there's the new Omnipod 5, which I was researching for a friend, which is getting pretty close to having the same idea. But who knows where we stand with that right now. It's just being approved in Canada, so I really don't know anyone who's done it yet. So, we talked a bit about when things don't go wrong, or when things go wrong. Good double negative, mate. When things go wrong, talking to your pharmacist. If you're in a new town, going saying, "Hi, I'm here for a bit. I just want to introduce myself. I don't need anything right now, but if I do, how easy will it go?" Big chains, you really don't have to worry. In Canada, we have Shoppers Drug Mart. There's in BC, there's London Drugs, Save on Foods out west. There's a Real Canadian Superstore. So there's a number of big chains where if you deal with one in one area, they're able to go, "Okay, yes, we see you're listed here." Problems can come into play if you're dealing with smaller drugstores where they don't know you. They'll have to set up a file. It sucks, but for years people were abusing them and taking the needles. They want the needles. And I've mentioned it before that safe injection places have really sort of taken that desire away. So pumps are pumps. People have become more open that if you go to the drugstore, that, hey, you're a diabetic. Yes, because people usually ask, what brand? What size do you use? Another thing in being prepared is this little device right here. The Medic Alert. I have a bracelet. It can be a pendant. It can be on the watch dial of the watch you're wearing. Just make sure you have it. I'm in a home, well, long-term care facility. So what this is telling is that people can take care and will know me if things go astray. Out there in the real world, if I go out to see a doctor or a family event outside, I will still wear this. It's always on me. We tried to make sure that you have some sort of identification. This is through Medic Alert. Anywhere in the world, they can call the 1-800 number and somebody will answer it and say, "Yes, I'm treating so-and-so. We're ABC Hospital in Patsaquitski, Florida." I don't know if there's such a place. And they will give all the information that you need and have approved for them to be told. It's for your safety. Now, what about the little bracelets you can buy in the drugstore? I really haven't seen them too much. They say diabetes, or for me, this is $79 every year, or $140 for 3 years. But that helps if you're like me and you pass out at a drop of a hat, or you're having problems, or any other problems, it's important to have this. It's worth the $79. And you know what? It counts as a medical deduction for you on taxes. In Canada, in the States, I'm not sure. So, you want to build layers of security. My friends are my lifeline. I have two friends that are my power of attorneys. They have a right to speak for me because we have been through a lot and they know my wishes. So if I end up in medical problems, they can speak for me. We've already had it happen. November, I think it was 28th, 2020. It was 2020. Anyway, it was during a big health event for the year. Yay. And my friend came over and I was just aimlessly walking around the house, just not knowing what was doing. He got me finally to lay down and he said, I'm going to call an ambulance. And I sat there and going, "Ah." They came, they did a finger poke, they found my blood sugar was super high. I had reached a level where I was delirious. He signed the paperwork and I was admitted. But he was there throughout the whole thing, knowing what my wishes were. Two of these guys stood up for me when I needed. That's what you need. You need someone like that at work, and you need someone like that in your personal life. Lord knows they can be the same person. Just discuss all your diabetes findings with them, your treatment, what's going on with you. My friends, one of them will always attend my doctor's appointment because it's important that they know what's going on. If they don't, then, I don't know. What help is that going to do if you're lying there? Is he on any medications? I don't know. So, keeping things abreast is important. Don't leave any doors unopened or close any doors that are open. That's probably a better way of putting it. Sorry, guys. But you need to build layers. What I wanted to do here was have the nurses carry my extra phone so that if my alarm went off and alerted in the middle of the night, they could come treat. But that wasn't the only, they were worried about licensing and all. That wasn't going to be the only thing. I still had the pump ringing. I still had my own personal feelings, but it's okay. Now they can come in and they can press it on the iPad and they can see. It got so bad to the point that they were waking me up every couple of hours. Hey, what's your blood? So you were lower at one point. Now, there it is. They can pull up the information on my phone. So this is a godsend. Technology works. If technology fails with you, you need to have a plan of what to do. You need to have a backup plan of how much insulin you're to give. Don't go second guessing, because what could end up is you could be end up passed out. And you don't want that. God, no, you don't want that. Build layers. Just don't have one fix. Have many different fixes. Okay, let's just do a quick review. We talked about knowing how to give yourself a shot, or teaching your son or daughter how to give a shot, how to work with the blood sugars, and going back and doing blood glucose every 4 or up to 4 times a day to keep track of your blood sugars, doing blood sugar at night, just waking up, set an alarm, do your blood sugar, make sure you're not going low at night. For us who have been diabetics for years, we've done that. But if your pump's not working, or for some reason you're off your pump, you may have to go back to doing that. This is all conversations you could have with your doctor. Make sure you know how to work your equipment. Have someone back you up. Have a friend, family member, your boss, a coworker, at work, at home, just so that you are always covered. It's important. Don't go second guessing that, everything will be all right. I'll never go low, because there are so many people who have said that exact statement. Have a good day, and we'll talk later. Bye. My email address is Mike's Diabetes World at gmail.com. All one line. Drop me